Hello, my name is Luis Hernandez Garcia. Everyone knows me as Billy. I'm currently studying foreign languages at the West University here in Cancun, Mexico. So now let's start with video number one. We're going to talk about food. Uh, what do you like to eat? Well, I would like to say that I like to eat everything. I mean, I'm not that kind of person that it's just one particular thing. So I'm an open person that tries everything and all sorts, except for the Chinese food. That I kind of like it, but I don't eat them at all. I need to know what I'm eating first. So coronavirus, everything. So that thing messed up. So that's why I'm kind of like that with the Chinese food. Okay, what would you like to eat? What do you like to eat? Well, as I said, I don't have any particular thing to eat. Do you prefer to cook, order takeaway food, or eat at restaurant? Well, I would rather say that I don't know. It could be two. Well, I have just three options, but I would say only two. That I prefer to cook by myself on the kitchen because I like to play music while I'm cooking or I'm baking something. So I like to have fun, be dancing, and I think I think about it that stuff it really makes me who I am because I'm always smiling and always that feeling of life enjoying, and I think that I rather say I prefer to cook, but I also like to go to the restaurants. I mean, I love to go to every restaurant, try every kind of food, like sushi, like Egyptian food, like Arabic food, also American food, French food. I love to try all of them, and I love the way that the restaurants look like. So that's why I go to the restaurants, and that's what I like. What food have you encountered when traveling that you cannot get at home? Well, that's a really good stuff to think. Sorry, I drink other water. Um, I would rather say that when I go to Tabasco, I mean, they do have like that kind of shrimp. I mean, it looks like a lobster. It's like 3 4 inches, like this size, or so, almost this size. But I mean, that's a huge shrimp, and I love the way it tastes because it's river shrimp, and we don't have it here in Cancun because we're by the beach and we don't have it all the shrimp that we have here are the tiny ones. So that's why I love to eat in Tabasco. Also, I have tried crocodile and what was the last one that I ate 4 months ago? It was peje lagarto. Oh my god, I love peje lagarto. Oof, that's one kind of weird fish that I have, but I mean the taste of the meat is so delicious that I will always when I go there. I mean, I'm always trying to put them inside of the car to get them here, and I'm always doing my best to get them here. Okay, so let's go with the next code with the second topic, which is daily routine. What do you usually do in the morning? Well, now that I have a routine 24/7 that it already changed. Now, well, I wake up in the morning at 5 or 4 o'clock. All day I woke up at 4 o'clock. Then I drive to my job, which is in Tulum. So it takes me like 3 hours to drive, 2 3 hours to driving that I have. Then I finish my job at 3 o'clock. Then I came back to Cancun, but I go to the gym at 6 p.m. So I am from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the gym. Then I go again to home driving, and I arrive at home at night, between 9 and 10 in the night, because I work from 7 to 3 p.m. But now in the high season that we have in the hotel, I mean, I have to stay more time there. Last 3 days, I worked 15 hours each day, and I mean, it was kind of busy, but it would really worth it in the future. So that's my daily morning routine. Where do you spend most of your time during the day? As I said, at my job, I spend all the day at my job working with gas, being in the office, and also doing a lot of stuff at my job, like selling wine, because now I work as a manager, sales. It's manager, wine seller. That's the job that I have. And I spend all time walking all day in the whole resort. So I spend my day walking. So what do you like to do in the evening? Well, I will now that I have the new routine, I like to go to the gym to spend more time on the gym, working out, getting more fit. Now I lost 12 pounds, which I really like it. And that's my what I like to do in the evening. What you do at weekend, which you would not normally do during the week? Well, I just have one free day of school, like my break, which is on Saturday, but I have a lot of stuff to do. And also, I have like 3 weeks that I haven't had my break day. So now, for the moment, I just work and work and work. Okay, and let's move to record yourself practicing answers. Questions above speaking calmly, clearly, and correctly. Try to spend 30 seconds answering each question. This group question should take 2 to 3 minutes to answer. Sadly, less than time that you will give during part 1 to keep it speaking model. When you have finished it, ask yourself the question: what did it feel? Well, it felt really good. I mean, now that I'm not like that kind of person that it's not fluently English, that it doesn't speak fluent, I feel really way much better speaking fluently. And I really like it. But which question were easy? Well, the question about food, that was my jam. I mean, I love talking about food. And that was the one that I left. Which question do you struggle with? The one I struggle with is about what to do on my free days, because usually now I'm working, so I don't have like that kind of stuff to say specifically what I do. With all the things that I do, it just work. What strategies are useful in part 1, particularly when you are not sure what you're saying next? Well, I'm always thinking. I'm not translating from Spanish to English, from English to Spanish, and I have to use the grammar stuff, and I mean, be fluently every stuff that I have from the brainstorm. Just say it and say it and say it. That's the thing that I would rather recommend you to say it. Finally, review the part 1 strategy listed above. Okay, so that will be everything for the video part 1. Now let's go with the video 2. This practice session includes more questions than the previous practice one. Similar to actual number questions, we will need to answer the. Okay, now let's go. You have finished, listen to the recording and ask yourself the following question. It does sound like you're speaking so spontaneous. The examiner will begin introducing himself or herself and checking the intensity. He or she will ask you some questions. Can you tell me your full name, please? Well, my full name is Jose Luis Hernandez Garcia. Thank you. And what should you call you? Well, everyone calls me Billy Hattie Carrington. I mean, I'll choose that name because if in near future I will be famous, I will have to be called like that way. Can I see your identification, please? Oh my God. So, hold on, I'm going to get it. Sorry, I have a lot of stuff. I have a ton of credit cards that I have right now. So this is my ID. Now in the first part, I would like to ask you some questions of yourself. Let's talk about what you do for fun. Well, I love to sing. I mean, singing and writing music, that's my jam. I am from a artist family. All the members of my family, they sing, they rap, they do music. And I mean, that's on my blood. And I love it too. I mean, I love to sing, to dance, everything. Okay. Let's go with. All right, let's go. So, what do you enjoy doing when you're not working or sleeping? I love sleeping. I love the gym, but I love sleeping. I need to get one free time for everything, from everything that I have. I love to sleep. All right. Have you done an activity such as sport or musical or study activity that requires a lot of practice? How much and how often? So, I love to sing, to write music, and to do a lot of stuff like music, something that go with the artist stuff. That's what I love. What activities have you and your family enjoyed doing together? Traveling. We do love traveling to many places. To rent a car. We do have a car, but we do rent like that mobile house that you can sleep in it and cook in it. So we do love to rent those cars and travel around. So that's the thing that we usually do it together. What do you like to do for fun that you can only do regularly or casually as such or not? Such as when you're not on vacations. Painting. I love painting. I have a ton of stuff. Well, I did this one. Paints. I did it like 3.5 years ago. I made it by my own when I had my free time. That one I didn't make it. I just painted. But that one on the background, the flowers one, I made it. I love painting. So I have a lot of stuff to do. Now let's talk about life in your country. What do you like to best about living on your country? Well, Mexico. We have all the seasons of the year. We have winter, we have spring, we have summer. And living in a warm place, I like it. We have fun. And I am from Cancun, which we have the beach like 15 kilometers, so we can just drive to the beach. And that's what I like, to have fun. And there's a holiday or festival that is celebrated on your country. Well, we have Death Day, which we celebrate the dead people. It's not as bad as it sounds, but we do celebrate them. We put them flowers. We put the food that they like when they were alive, because we have that tradition that they came in here to the world, and we are with them. So that's one of the kind that we have. What is the most common misconception or misunderstanding about your country? Well, we have 10 of them, but one of the most that we have is that we're so warm people. We are so friendly that we always say hi with kiss, and sometimes in other parts of the world that is not correctly seen. So that's the one of the stuff that we're struggling. We always struggling with it. Would you ever consider leaving your country and living somewhere else? Well, I would like. Well, I would like to try just once. I don't want to spend all my life living in a special place, but I would like to try just like 2 and 3 years to living in different place. To know more about another culture because I would like to travel around the world as everyone. So I would like to go to move to other place just 2 years to try my own stuff and see how I feel. I don't want to stay there because I have my family here in Mexico, but I would like to try just 2 years. I like to ask some question for yourself. Let's talk about your family. How often do you get to see your family? Well, I have family living in Playa del Carmen. I also have family living in Tabasco. Well, the family that have that they're from Tabasco, I don't usually see them because I'm always working. But the family that I have here in Playa del Carmen, I always see them because I'm always going to school, to work, to a job from my home, and I was driving. And when I have like 2 and 3 hours that I have free for me, so I go to Playa del Carmen. I go to visit my grandpa and my family. I just hang out with them, just like a little bit of time they have, because when my grandma passed away, we wanted to be more with my grandpa. I mean, we were always so close to them, but now we have to be more close with him. So I'm always traveling and see my family, but the family that I have in Tabasco, I don't have to see them because I have a lot of work to do. I have other things to do, a job and school, so that's why I don't visit them. I don't travel there. I, I mean, it has like 2 years that I haven't go there, but I will do it in the near future. But I will do it, not now because I had tons of stuff to do, but I will do it. Who in your family will you say that you get along with best? Well, I don't have any particular family member that I hang out with the best. I'm always friendly with everyone. I'm always hanging out with all my cousins, all my family, all my aunties, with everyone in my family. I'm always hanging out. So I don't have like that kind of stuff or person that we always hang out. We just talk all the time with everyone. Who in your family would you say you get along with the best? Well, as I said, I have a special person to say it. Is there a certain time in your event that you usually spend with your family? Well, on holidays we do like posadas, or family would do like posadas every year before Christmas. We rented like a restaurant, we go to another city, we travel, and we hang out, all of us. So we have that like posada that we just have like 2 3 days just for us by ourselves, hanging out, eating, cooking, everything before Christmas. That's what we like to do. Now let's talk about your student. Which subject did you like the best when you were at school? Well, I like English and French, but now I'm more like in love with French because I know I speak English. So that is something like kind of basic for me because I know what I'm studying for. I know this stuff, but I also know that I need to fix my English because I don't speak fluently at all. So I just need those kind of stuff to change. But in French, now that I'm learning French, because I don't know how much stuff about it, I love French because the way that it sounds, I mean, it's way so amazing. So, which subject are you planning to study? Do you study at the university? Yes, I'm currently studying foreign languages at the West University here in Cancun, and I'm almost to end up my college degree. Do you prefer to study from books or using computer websites? Computers and websites for at all. Because I'm not like a book person, like reading. No, I like to see videos, to practice, to play, because that thing keeps my mind always running, keeps the little hamster running. And that's what I like to do websites on computer because I really love it. Which subject do you wish had studied more? French and Italian. I mean, now I'm studying Italian. It's amazing that the way that it sounds, but I would like to be like fluently Italian and fluently French. So those are ones that I really like.